version of child's pose you prefer this morning? Just coming into that pose. Forehead down, arms, whether they're long or alongside you. And just bringing that awareness to your breath. So how is the breath this morning? Did you rush to get onto your mat and it's maybe coming in a little faster? Is it already lovely and long and slow? So as you know, inhale through the nose. If you need that sigh out of the mouth, then please take it. Just that form of release and letting go. So we don't want to bring anything from yesterday into our practice. We want to really be aware of being fully present. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves of that fact. It's very easy to maybe have our minds back in the past or worrying about the future, but just come back to that feeling of presence. Start of a new day. Let's take 2 more breaths here. So our practice this morning is going to be about honouring the sun. So we are going to start with a little flow of sun salutations, and we're going to delve into our poses a little more. I will slow it down around the halfway mark, those that need to leave early. So when you're ready, let's come into down dog. So push back into your heels. Maybe feels good to have a little pedal of the feet here. So our sun salutations are very much about honouring the sun. Giving us our light, our warmth, that feel-good energy. We always feel much better when we've got that sunshine. And let's take that walk now to the top of our mats, bringing our feet together. Folding over both legs. And then that slow roll as you come up, bringing up the arms, looking up at the hands and exhaling to the heart centre. Let's take that inhale in, stretch up and long. Now exhale as you fold down, just a slow wake up. Inhale, send the spine up to the ceiling. Exhale, fold. We're going to step back with the right leg and the left leg and lower down to our mat. Take your inhale into your cobra and exhale into child's pose. Sit back. Let's find our down dog. Push back into both heels, whether you want that pedal or not, or that hold. Fingers are nice and wide. We're drawing in the arms. You feel that opening into your shoulders. And the head is heavy. We're going to look towards our hands. Step our right foot forward. We're coming into warrior one, so our left foot is actually on our mat. Bend into that right knee. Bring up the arms. So you should feel that stretch down the back of your left leg. We start to frame that right foot. We step that left foot in and we fold. Inhale, we come up. Maybe reaching up, looking up, stretching up, like we're reaching that sunshine. And then exhale to the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold down. Long spine. Stepping back left and right, finding that plank pose again. Hands under the shoulders. Bend at the elbows as you come down to your mat. Roll into your cobra. We're going to exhale back into that child's pose, forehead to the mat. We find down dog, push back. Maybe it's that walk, that pedal, stretch long. Maybe it's an inhale in and that sigh out of the mouth. Feeling grounded and rooted on your mat today. Coming back to that sense of balance, that sense of purpose. Why are you here? Taking one more breath. Gazing forward, left foot steps forward, right foot down on your mat for warrior one, the other side. So bending into that left knee, arms long, stretching down the back of the right. Reframe, left foot, step that right foot in and fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heart. Just close your eyes a moment at your heart center. Just coming back to that sense of purpose. So maybe just taking this time to also honor yourself. Who you really are. We take an inhale in, we bring the arms up, and we exhale and fold. Got that lovely long spine. Step back right and left, find that plank pose, bend at the elbows, elbows tight to the body, lower to your mat, roll into cobra, and we're going to exhale back into down dog, stretching back. Send that right leg long, squeeze it back, step forward, top of the mat, into a high lunge this time, bending into that right knee, bringing up the arms, reaching up. Frame that right foot, step that left foot in and fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heart. Let's do that once more. Inhale. Exhale. Long spine. Back left and right, plank pose. Slow lower down. Slow rise up. Pull those shoulders back. And exhale, down dog. Let's squeeze that left leg long. Step forward, top of the mat, left foot, high lunge. Bend into that left knee. Frame that left foot. Step that right foot in, let's fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heart. Close the eyes once again. Just feeling the breath, the beat of the heart. Again, that sense of balance and presence. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Long spine. Step back right and left. Lower down to your mat. Rise to cobra. Exhale, down dog. Push back. We're going to squeeze that right leg back. Inhale, knee to chest. Take the leg long. Inhale, squeeze in. Leg long. One more, squeeze in. Leg long. Step forward, right foot, top of the mat, high lunge. Bring up those arms. Reach forward, squeeze the elbows back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze and open. One more, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Frame that right foot, step it back to plank, maybe keeping that right foot off as you lower to your mat. Roll to cobra. Exhale, down dog. Squeeze that left leg back. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, long. Inhale in. Exhale, long. One more here. Leg is long. Let's step forward, left foot. Warrior one. Bring up those arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, come forwards. Exhale, back. One more, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Frame that left foot, maybe keeping that left foot off as you find plank. Roll into cobra. Exhale, down dog. Push back. Step to the top of the mat, both feet, and fold. Inhale, rising tall. Exhale, heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Long spine. Left and right back. Plank pose. Lower down to your mat. Rise to cobra. And exhale, take a breath in child's pose, forehead down. So feeling that heartbeat increase. Feeling the warmth of the body, just as we feel the warmth of the sun. Taking 2 breaths here. Through the nose, maybe back out. Using that mouth to sigh the breath long. One more. Keeping the arms long on your mat, just start to roll forward, drop your hips down, relax your shoulders and come up onto your toes. As you exhale, push back into your down dog. And we're going to do that again. Roll forward, stay on the toes, relax the shoulders, gaze is forward, up dog. Exhale, push back. One more. Roll it forward, gazing up. And exhale, push back. Long arms, long legs. Take your right leg up and back, squeeze it back. Step forward, right foot. Drop your left knee down. Come into a low lunge, bringing up the arms, stretching up. And then just shift your left foot back a little as you open into warrior two from your low lunge. Drop your right elbow down, reach long with your left arm. So you should get that lovely side stretch. Release your left hand down towards your left leg. It can be on the back of your thigh, it can be on your calf, and reach that right arm long. Keeping that bend in the right knee. Come back round, frame your right foot, step it back to your plank, lower down to your mat, roll into cobra, exhale, down dog, push back. We're going to take that left leg long, squeeze it back. Step forward, top of the mat, left foot, right knee down, low lunge, arms along. We take that slight shift of that back foot as we open into warrior two, stretching our arms long. We drop the left elbow down, we reach with the right. We start to reverse, right hand, maybe back of the leg, maybe the calf, left arm long. Taking 2 more breaths. And release. Frame your left foot, Find your plank pose, lower down to the mat. We're going to stay down, send your arms alongside you. Take an inhale, pull away from your mat, squeeze it up, and exhale, roll it down. Inhale, squeeze up. Exhale, roll down. One more squeeze up here. Exhale, roll down. Hands come under the shoulders. We push up, back into that child's pose, arms along. Ready for our yogi style push up. Lower down to your mat and rise back into that child's pose. And again, we roll it forward. Chin comes down. We push it back up and we sit back to the heels. We're going to do one more, nice and controlled. Pushing back up and back to the heels. This time as we rise up, we find our plank. Push back into the heels and hold. Engaging the core, sending the crown of the head forwards. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your knees down, sit back into that child's pose, forehead down. Find your down dog, push back. Take that step, top of the mat, and fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, heart. Take a big step, wide legs. Turn that right foot out. Send your arms along. Let's reach with the right hand down to our block, down to our mat. Left arm long. Send your gaze up towards the ceiling and hold. Take a bend into your right knee. Find your warrior 2. Reach with your right hand, bring it down to your mat or your block and reach long with that left arm. Alternatively, take that bind through the legs. Pull that left shoulder back. Again, send your gaze towards the ceiling, or if you're feeling wobbly, send your gaze down to your mat. Open back into your warrior 2. We're going to grab our right wrist with our left hand and we're going to reverse that warrior. Legs don't move, just the upper body. Holding here. Come back into your warrior 2. Push into that bent leg. Turn the right foot in. Turn the left foot out. Just make sure you feel balanced. Before you reach with that left hand down to that left foot, Trikonasana triangle pose. Send the gaze upwards. Take that bend into that front leg, finding warrior 2, making sure that knee's not over the ankle. Right toes are pointing forwards. We reach with the left hand, planting it down to the mat or the block. Right arm goes long. We maybe take that bind, pulling that right shoulder back, gazing up or maybe gazing down, you decide. We release, we find warrior two. Our right hand is grabbing our left wrist to reverse our warrior. Our gaze is up, front knee is bent. We release those arms. We straighten that leg, turn the toes in. Bring your hands into your lower back, squeezing the elbows towards each other. Gaze up, send the hips slightly forwards. And then as you fold, hinge from your hips. Maybe take hold of your big toe, or you can bring your hands to your mat and exhale, fold down. Forward fold, wide legs. Inhale, let's come up. Step those feet in. Take that wiggle of the legs. We're going to come into dancer pose. So we're going to take the weight onto our left leg and we're kicking back the right. We're holding our right ankle. Our left arm reaches up and we just start to hinge very slightly, but the main thing is you're kicking into your right hand. Finding that point to hold your gaze. You can always bring your left hand onto something for your balance. Feeling strong in that right arm. Yes, very good. As you release, let's see if you can keep that right foot up. Draw the knee into the chest, squeeze it in. And then place that foot on top of the thigh for your squat. Sitting back into that right glute. Now maybe you stay here, maybe you start to fold down to your mat or you can fold to your block and you straighten that left leg so you feel that even stronger in that right glute. If of course you come down and think it's not for you, you come back out. If you have come down, you're going to come back out using your core, rolling up, bend back into that squat, a little deeper, and release. Just separate the feet, bring your hands onto your hips, let's roll through the knees. Both ways. Ready for the other side. So bring your feet together. We're going to kick back left leg, hold onto that ankle. Right arm comes up. We come into our dancer pose, reaching long and back. Finding that balance, dropping the gaze to the ground. We let go of that foot, draw that knee in, give it a squeeze into the chest before we take it on to our right thigh. Coming into that squat, shoulders relaxed, maybe delving deeper. Or maybe folding forwards if you took that option on the first leg, dropping down to the ground. If you've come down, roll back up. Very good. Keeping that balance. And release. Take that roll through the knees again. Working both ways. And we are going to do our leg stretch. So you may want your belt. You may not need your belt. Have it to hand. And again, you might want some support. So we're going to bring the legs together. We're going to start with the right leg. So I like to keep my left hand on my left hip. You're going to bend in that right knee and take hold of the big toe. Or you're going to grab your belt around that foot because you're going to send that leg out in front of you. So challenging the core, challenging the balance. You've got to keep that core pulled in. The back is long. We're not collapsing the spine. And don't worry, if we wobble and fall out, we just come back in. I wobble and fall out all of the time. If we're holding that leg, we're going to take it out to the side. Now we can also do this with a bent knee. Maybe that arm goes out as well. And if you want to challenge yourself further, turn your gaze to that left hand. Bring that leg in. Let it go. Hold it up. Let's engage that core further. Engaging the thigh muscles. Bend. Release. Let's do the other side. Draw that left knee in. Take hold of the foot, the belt. Send that leg long. Drop your gaze down to the ground to help with balance. We take that leg out to the side, maybe the right arm as well. If we want to challenge further, we turn our gaze towards our right hand. Draw that leg in. Try not to lose your balance like me. Hold it up. Let's engage that core. Bend that knee. Mind on a nice click and release. So we are halfway through. So if you are going to be finishing up, just come down into child's pose. Let's all come down onto our mats. If you're finishing up, rest in child's pose. If you're continuing, I'm going to get you to grab your block and sit on it. So we're in a kneeling position. Then from here, step your hands back, draw your elbows in. And just see if you can start to send your chest up to the ceiling. So you're squeezing those shoulders. Keep that chin tucked in. And then maybe push away from your block. You don't have to, you can stay where you are. Squeezing the glutes. Maybe pushing up a little further. And then as you exhale, you release down. Remove your block. We're going to bring our hands onto our mat, step back into a plank and hold. Let's do alternate knees, one at a time. Alternate wrists. Two more. And hold, holding that plank. Rolling onto that left hand, bringing up the right. Dropping back into your plank. Right hand stays down, that left arm goes long. We drop that left hand back down. We bend at the elbows, we lower all the way down to our mat. We kick back, we hold the ankles. Can do one leg at a time. Send the knees slightly closer together and then roll up chin, chest, and maybe the thighs in Dharandasana bow pose. Gazing forward, holding there. Exhale, release down, release the arms, release the legs. Send your right arm out alongside you, palm facing down. Bring the legs together. Use your left hand as that lever, roll onto your right ear, right hip, and then maybe take that left leg back. And in that rotation through the spine, and that opening into the right shoulder. Take a slow roll back to the center of your mat. Chin down, left arm long, palm facing down in line with the shoulder. Right hand pushes you onto your left hip. And we take that right leg back if it feels good. Rotation through the spine, opening of the shoulder. We very slowly come back. Chin down this time, arms behind, linking the fingers, pulling the arms down the back. Bring the feet together, rolling up chin, chest. Peel the arms back and maybe lifting off the feet as well, engaging the whole of the back of the body. Breathing all the way into the belly, feeling the body rise with that breath. Pointing the toes away, keeping the feet together. One more breath, maybe coming up a little higher. And on that exhale, peel yourself back down. Take your time. Release. Take a cross of the arms, rest the forehead on the arms and turn the feet out to the side of your mat. Heels coming in, toes going out. Breathing in Makarasana, crocodile pose. Hands come back under the shoulders, push up into that child's pose, sit back. Finding down dog when you're ready. Stepping to the top of the mat and fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Long spine. Step back right and left. Lower in your chaturanga. Roll up to cobra. Exhale, down dog. Push back. Squeeze your right leg long. Let's step it forward, top of the mat. High lunge, bring up the arms. Inhale, take that reach forward. Exhale, squeeze back. Inhale, let's reach. Exhale, squeeze. One more reach here. Exhale, squeeze. Send the hands behind you, pull them down the back and find your humble warrior. Arms reach long. Release the hands, frame your right foot, step back to plank, lower down to the ground. Breathe to cobra. Exhale, down dog. Squeeze that left leg back. Let's step it forward, top of the mat, high lunge. Arms come up. We're going to reach forward, squeeze back. Reaching forwards, squeezing back. One more reach here. Squeeze back. Link those fingers, pull the arms down the back and find humble warrior. Last frame of that left foot, last plank, step it back, lower down to the mat, cobra pose, and down dog, push back. We're going to jump, step, feet to the hands, sitting down on our mats. Let's draw the knees in, send the arms out. Send the legs up in boat pose and hold. The longer the legs, the more challenging it is. So we can always bring them in a little. Before we release out, bend each leg and just move each arm. So engaging that core a little more, reaching and bending. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw those knees in, squeeze them in, and let's peel the legs open, feet together. Take the feet away from your body. Let's thread the hands under the legs on top of the feet. Lift out of the lower back and fold. You can always bring your block for your head, whatever way you need it, or a blanket. Just maybe coming deeper on that exhale, taking your time. Take that roll back up. When you're ready, draw that left foot in, take that right leg out. We're going to reach for our right foot, maybe our strap, maybe drop that elbow. We can always use our block for our elbow. Send that left arm long, stretch it up. Look up at that left hand so you start to open and twist, feeling that stretch down the left side of the body. Maybe staying here, maybe taking that arm over to the foot, keeping that rotation, keeping that opening. If you feel like you're collapsing, I feel like I'm collapsing a little bit, then open that arm again. Really depends on the hips, that tightness. As you come back up, bring your left hand behind you. Let's push into the hips. Send that right arm long, point the toes of the right foot, stretching behind you. And release down. Draw that right foot in, send that left leg out. We're going to reach for the left foot this time, or maybe our strap. Open with that right arm, take that twist, that opening. And then you've always got that option of bringing that right hand down to that left foot. Making that side stretch a little further. Release that arm, plant it down behind you, push into those hips, stretch up and back, reaching long with that arm. And release. We're going to come back to kneeling, if it's comfortable, and just have your block in front of you. So let's just work a little into the arms. So send the right arm back, tuck it between the shoulder blades, draw that left arm up and back to meet it, linking fingers or grabbing your strap. Maybe staying just here, or you have that option to drop your forehead to your block. So we're just deepening that stretch in the right side. Just acknowledging how the right side feels, that shoulder and the arm. Just maybe allowing the breath to free up any tightness and tension. Just breathing into that space. Taking one more breath and releasing up. Just bring that arm across your body, turn your gaze to the right. And then release that side. So let's do left arm back, bring it between the shoulder blades, take that right arm, stretch it up, bend it back to meet the left. Right elbow pointing up, left elbow pointing down. Stay maybe just where you are, or that option to drop onto your block, depending how that feels for the left shoulder. You came down, rolling back up now, and release. Bring that left arm across. Turn the gaze to the left side. And release. We're going to come onto our backs. Do have your block to hand. Don't need anything else. Lie down on your back. Taking that bend of the legs, planting the feet down. Let's grab our block, place it between the knees, arms alongside you. Relax the shoulders. Just make sure you can touch the back of your heels, the feet are in the right position. And then we're going to peel away from our mat, squeezing our block. So really engaging the inner thighs, squeezing and holding that block as you come up into your bridge. Keep holding, keep squeezing. In aware of where you can feel that movement. Try not to clench the hands, relax the fingers and the jaw. I'm going to hold for a little longer. Taking 2 more breaths, maybe coming up a little higher. And 1 more breath. And then as you exhale, it's a slow movement back down to the mat. Really take your time. Removing your block. We're going to place the left ankle on top of the right knee. The arms are going to stay where they are. And we're going to push back into that bridge position. So really giving our glutes and thighs a little mini workout here. Holding once again. Making sure you can feel that weight evenly in the right foot. No clenching the jaw. Pushing up a little higher, squeezing that right glute. And then as you exhale, slow release down. Keep that that left foot where it is for now, because we're going to draw that right knee into the chest. Squeezing it in that leg cradle. Squeezing in a little further as you exhale. And just before you release out, just bring the head up as well if that feels okay. Drawing the head towards that left ankle. And then drop the head back down and release that right foot. Bending the legs once again. We're going to do the other side, so that right heel on top of the left knee this time. Arms back alongside you, just make sure you can touch your left heel with fingertips. Relax the shoulders and let's peel away from our mat, holding and squeezing the glutes. Making sure we're still breathing, we're not holding the breath. Just being aware where we can feel that movement, what muscles are working. Coming up a little higher. And then as you exhale, slowly, slowly back down to your mat. Before you come out, draw that left knee in. Squeeze it in. Relax the shoulders. And tighten those hamstrings today. And then maybe bringing up the head as well, holding there. Release the head back down. Release the legs. Send the legs long, send the arms long. Just take a full stretch. Push the heels away. And point the toes. And then cactus the arms. Take a bend back into the knees. Draw the knees together, feet together. Cross the right leg over the left. Just pick up the glutes and shift a little to your right side, and then drop the knees over to the left. That lovely spinal twist. Maybe just closing the eyes now. And the glutes a good stretch after that hold. Back to center when you're ready. Uncross the legs, make sure feet are together, knees are together, body central, and then cross the left over the right. Pick up the glutes, slight shift to the left before you drop the knees over to the right. Arms can stay where they are, that cactus position or away from the body. And again, just close the eyes. Coming back to center, uncrossing the legs and finding Shavasana. If you'd like any support under your knees or under the head, maybe that blanket over you. Just make sure you're warm and you're comfortable. Just allowing the body to rest. So as you lie in Shavasana, we're just going to work with that sun energy once again. Becoming aware of the breath. I'm going to start to work into the flow of energy through our body, coming in particularly through the right nostril. So just being aware of any movement through the right nostril. Activating the Pingali Nadi, which is related to the sun. Being aware of the whole right side of your body as you naturally activate this energy. Being aware of each inhalation and exhalation. This nadi runs down the whole of the right side. Be aware of maybe a yellow light now flowing up and down the right side of the body. Bring your awareness to the left nostril, the breath coming in that left side. Once again, maybe being aware of that yellow light of the sun. And just letting that light now travel up and down the left side. Now being aware of that yellow light, like a vortex, a circle all around you, going around the whole body, that warmth, that energy, that bright light. Like a bubble of protection. Just resting in this light. And when you feel ready, just start to be aware of the whole body once again, lying in Shavasana. Bring in a little bit of movement in the wiggle of the fingers or toes. Slowly awakening. Knowing that that light from your practice will carry through your day today. And just slowly bringing yourself back up. Finish with our hands at our heart, honouring our true selves. Bowing to Namaste. Namaste.